Hari Om. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavitparam Manojavam Marudhatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayota Mukhyam Sri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami. Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagya Vruddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Neelambujasyamalakomalangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Yakuvam Shatatam. Krishno Rakshadu Mam Charachara Guru Krishnam Namaste Sada Krishne Naiva Saratsurachito Ramasakrit Krishnaya Dattam Manaha Krishna Deva Samudbhavo Mama Vibho Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Bhaktirachancalastu Bhagavan He Krishna Tubhyam Namaha He Krishna Tubhyam Namaha. So we have completed Ramayanam in our last class. Now, according to Bhagavatam, after Rama only Parashurama comes. Actually, in sequence, Parashurama Avatara means earlier than Rama Avatara. But in Bhagavatam, it is different. That's why Bhattacharya also following Bhagavatam. So he also gives Parashurama Charitram after Rama Avatara. Now let us see this. This is in Bhagavatam, 9th canto, chapter 15 and 16. He is summarizing it in the 36th dasakam. Okay, who is chanting today?
Hari Om Swami, me.
Okay.
Atre putrataya puratva manusuyayam hidatta bhido जातः शिष्य निबंध तंद्रितमनाः स्वस्तश्चरन् कान्तया दृष्टो भक्ततमेन हे हयमहि पालेन तस्मै वरान् अष्टैश्वर्यमुखान् प्रदाय दधित स्वेनैव चान्ते वधम्।
Now, before introducing Parashurama, Bhattadari is introducing Bhagwan's avatara as Dattatreya. So, Pura Jataha Putradaya Atrehe Anasuyayam Dattabhidaha Hi. Long ago, having been born as the son of sage Atri in Anasuya, with the famous name of Dattatreya. So Atri and Anasuya had 3 sons. One is Soma, that is moon god. Another is Durvasa. Third one is Dattatreya. Dattatreya is an Amsha-avatar of Mahavishnu. Soma is Amsha-avatar of Brahmaji. Then Durvasa is Amsha-avatar of Lord Shiva. So this Dattatreya, Charan Swastaha Kantaya, they were moving about peacefully along with your wife, Shishya Nibandadandridamanaha, having become tired of being pestered by disciple. Drashtaha Hehaya Mahipalena, when he was wandering in the forest, tried to escape from the disciples who is pestering him for initiation, initiate them into spiritual path. At that time, he happened to see Kartavirya Arjuna, the king of Hehayas, Bhaktatamena, and the greatest among your devotees, Pradaya Tasmai Varan, Ashta Aishwarya Mukhan Tvam Dadita. So, Bhagwan blessed him because he found that he is the greatest devotee of Bhagwan. So he blessed him with Ashta Aishwaryas, Ashta Siddhis. Not only that, he gave him 1,000 arms also. Ashta Siddhis, and finally he promised that the death will be also at your hands. That also, Datto Mayaham, that is what is said in the Puranas. Datto Maya Aham, I am given to you by myself. So sage Atri, when he got the child, Bhagavan Vishnu told Atri Maharshi, Datto Maya Aham. So I am given to you by myself. I will be born as your son. So that's why he was called Datta. Datta. And then Atreya. You are also known as Atreya. So born of Atri Maharshi. So Atreya. So both together Dattatreya. That is how Dattatreya came. How Dattatreya came. Bhagavan said, I am giving myself to you, Dattam. And then he is the son of Atri Maharshi, so Atreya. So both together, that is how he got the Dattatreya name. And Kartavira Arjuna was the king of Hehayas. He served Bhagavan with all devotion, pleased with his services. He's bestowed on him all the prominent 8 psychic powers, 1,000 hands, and blessed him with the death at your own hands in the end. Continue.
सत्यं कर्तुमथार्जुनस्य च वरं तच्छक्तिमात्रा नतं ब्रह्मद्वेषि तदाखिलं नृपकुलं हन्तुं च भूमेर्भरम् सञ्जातो जमदग्नितो भृगुकुले त्वं रेणुकायां हरे रामो नाम तदात्मजेष्ववरजः पित्रो रथाः सम्मदम्.
Yeah, muted. Thank you. He Hare Atha Satyam Kartum Varam Arjunasya cha Antum cha. Please mute everybody, please.
Sadhu Jivanam Stuti Manoharam Geetalalas.
You know how to mute everybody?
Yes, Swamiji, I'm doing that.
Please do. Thank you.
I do.
Swamiji, you are muted too.
Swamiji, please unmute Swamiji.
Okay. Sorry. You muted me also, okay.
No, Swamiji, I think everyone.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. He Hare He Adha Satyam Kartum Varam Arjunasya Chahantum Cha. O Lord, remover of all sins. Then, in order to fulfill the boon given to Kartavira Arjuna and to destroy Akhilam Nrupakulam, the entire race of king Kshatriyas, because Kshatriyas at that time became Asuric, because when Devasura, the Asura, ruled over earth, at that time, because of their what you call mixed blood, the Kshatriyas also became Asuric tendency. So it was necessary to destroy them. Otherwise, the Asuric tendency will completely overpower Devi Sampattis. So therefore, Bhagavan took avatara, Brahmadveshi Bhume Bharam, who had become the Brahmadveshi. They became against all Brahmanas and Rishis. All Kshatriyas became inimical to Brahmanas and the Rishigulas. So therefore, and Vedas also, Vedic teaching, because our culture is based on Vedic culture. Tada Timatranatam, and who are then kept in check by his Kartavirya-Arjuna's might alone. So for all the Kshatriyas, Kartavirya-Arjuna was the leader. Tam Sanjataha Bhrigukule, you are born in the lineage of sage Bhrigu. Jamadaknita Renukayam, through sage Jamadakni in Renuka. Avarajaha Tadatmajeshu, as the youngest among their sons. Nama Ramaha, with the name of Rama. And Pitroho Sammadam Adhaha, and it gave great joy to your parents. Now, how did Parashurama, with all rajasic qualities of Kshatriya, come to be born in an eminent family of a Brahmana sage? So this may be your doubt. So there is an explanation in Bhagavatam. The story is given. King Gati of Kaushika lineage had a daughter by name Satyavati. He gave her in marriage to sage Richika, who came in the lineage of sage Bhrigu. So Richika is in the lineage of sage Bhrigu. Now King Gati had no other issue, no boy, no young boys, only one girl was there. Now entreated by his wife as well as his mother-in-law, Richika was a great Mahatma, a great saint, and he prepared to separate oblations, uttering 2 kinds of hymns with the intention of getting distinguished issues for himself and his father-in-law, appropriate to their family traditions. He had invoked by his ascetic power the extraordinary splendor of a Brahmana in one and the invincible prowess of a Kshatriya in the other. He told his wife to take what he invoked for Brahmana. You take that and give the other one to your mother. Then he went away to the forest. At that time, King Gati came with his queen to the hermitage of sage Richika. Satyavati, with great love and respect for her mother, showed her mother both oblations and told, "This is what my husband told you, this is your portion, this is my portion." But the selfish queen thought that the sage, due to his love for his wife, would have made the oblation for her more special. Thinking so, she drank what was meant for her daughter, and Satyavati drank without knowing the exchange took place. Satyavati drank that of her mother. When the sage returned to the hermitage, he came to know what had happened. He then told Satyavati, "You have committed a grave blunder, and your son will be cruel, and your brother will be one foremost among the knowers of Brahman. Immediately Satyavati fell at the sage's feet and implored him, "Let my grandson be so, but let my son be a brilliant Brahmana." Then the sage granted her request. Hence, Jamadagni was born to Satyavati, who became a sage of great asceticism. Because of the exchange of the oblations, King Gadi got a son, Vishwamitra, who dazzled with the effulgence of a Brahmana, while Jamadagni, son of Satyavati, got a son, Rama, a part manifestation of Lord Vishnu, who grew to become Parashurama and a chastiser of his foes, the Kshatriyas. So that is a story, background story. Continuing.
लब्धाम्नाय गणश्चतुर्दशवयाः गन्धर्वराजे मना आसक्तां किल मातरं प्रतिपितुः क्रोधाकुलस्याज्ञया ताताज्ञातिगसोदरैः सममिमां छित्त्वाथ शान्तात् पितुः तेषां जीवनयोगमापितवरम् माता च देदाद्वरान्
Ajnaya pituhu krodhakulasya mataram prati kila manak asaktam gandharvaraje. So it seems you who are in the form of Parashurama learned and understood all the Vedas and their supplementary parts with meaning by the age of 14. One day your mother Renuka went to the Ganga to fetch water. There she happened to see Chitraratha, the king of Gandharvas, sporting with celestial angels. She stayed there looking at him for some time, gazing at the sporting Gandharva. Her heart having been seized momentarily by a sight, longing for him. Suddenly she realized that she would not be in time for the sage sacrificial ritual. With fear of a possible curse from the great sage, she hurried back to the hermitage and placed the pitcher of water before the sage. Just by a look at her, standing with head bowed and palms folded in salutation, the sage understood what had happened through his occult insight. He became furious about the flirtation of her mind, which was tantamount to mental adultery. Considering the gravity of the offense as deserving of capital punishment, he ordered his first 3 sons, one after the other, to chop off the head of their mother, who had become defiled by her mental lapse. But none of them obeyed him, and they were not willing to slay their own mother. In the end, the sage ordered you, Parashurama, to kill your mother, along with the 3 brothers who had flouted his orders. You who were aware of your father's power of deep tapas and austerities, carried out his order unhesitantly. A little later, sage Damadagni rage subsided, and he told you to ask for any boon. Being immensely pleased with your sense of obedience, immediately you prayed for the revival of your dear mother and brothers, without any trace of memory of your killing them. By the greatness of that boon, all of them were restored to life, and your mother, delighted with you, also offered you boons. That is what is given here. Ajnaya pitu krodha kulasya mataram pratikilamanat asaktam gandharvaraje. By the order of your father, who was enraged at your mother, who it was said had slightly fixed her mind on the Gandharva king Chitraratha. Tam Chadurdashavaya, you who were 14 years old, Labdham Nayaganaha, and had mastered all Vedas. Chitva Imam Samam, after cutting off her head along with those of your brothers. Tatatnyatiga Sodarehi, your brothers who had flouted your father's orders. Apitavaram Pitu Shantat, God has boon from your father who had calmed down. Atatesham Jivana Yogam, by that time their restoration of to life. Mataja Adat Varante, your mother also did bless you. Continuing.
पित्रा मातृमुदेः तवाहृतवियद्धेनोर्निजादाश्रमात् प्रस्थायात भृगोर्गिरा हिमगिरौ आराध्य गौरीपतिं लब्ध्वा तत्परशुं तदनुजच्छेदी महास्त्रादिकं प्राप्तो मित्रमथा कृतव्रणमुनिं प्राप्यागमस्वाश्रमम्.
Atha Gira Bhrigoho, later on the advice of sage Bhrigu, Prasthaya Nijat Ashramat, after setting out from your hermitage, Stavahrata Vyadvenoho, which had the divine cow Kamathenu secured by prayers, Pitra Madhurmude, by your father for pleasing your mother, Aradhya Gauri Patim. So, late on the advice of sage Prabhu, after setting out from your hermitage for worshipping the Lord Gauri, Lord of Gauri, that is Lord Shiva, Himagurau Labdva Tatparasham, in the Himalayas, and pleasing with this tapas, Bhagavan Shiva blessed him with this battle axe, Tvam Tadukta Danujacheti, you having killed the Asura pointed out by him, Praptaha Mahastradigam, and attaining great divine missiles. Atha Agamaha Swashramam, then did return to your own ashrama, hermitage, Prapya Akrita Purana Munim Mitram, after securing ascetic Akrita Vrana as your friend. This Akrita Vrana is not mentioned in Bhagavatam, but it is said Parashurama saved an ascetic called Akrita Vrana by name from a lion's attack and secured him as your friend and ally. After that, you return to the hermitage together with him. Now continuing.
आखेटोपगतोऽर्जुनः सुरगवी सम्प्राप्त सम्पद्गणैः त्वत्पित्रा परिपूजितः पुरगतः दुर्मन्त्रिवाचा पुनः गाङ्क्रेतुं सचिवं न्ययुक्तकुधिया तेनापि रुन्धन् मुनि प्राणक्षेपसरोषगोहतचमु चक्रेण वत्सो हृतः.
Arjuna Akhetopagadaha, Kartavira Arjuna, who came for hunting. Paripujitaha Tatpitra. And when they came hunting, there's all the Kartavira Arjuna along with this battalion of army. They all came to the ashrama to pay respect to the Rishi. And the Rishi offered that you can stay here and settle down, and I will treat you, I will provide you food. But the king was thinking he has got only a hermit, a small cottage of to live, and how will he be able to feed all the army? Then to his surprise, he was surprised this Kamadhenu was able to feed celestial food for them. And when we saw that, like what is that? Suragavi Samprapta Sambadganai, with various dishes obtained from the divine cow. Unaha Puragadaha Neyungta. And having gone back to his capital, he was thinking about the cow. Such a divine cow, the king should have it so that it will be beneficial to the country, not the Rishi. Punaha Puragata Niyuktaha Sachivam Krodam Gam. Then he sent his minister to buy the divine cow in exchange for thousands of cows. Durmantri Vacha, as advised by some evil counselors. Tena api kutiya rundan muni prana chepa sarosha gohata chamu chakrena, whose army was completely destroyed by the cow. Because this minister came, Bhattadri says, minister came and killed the Jabadakni Rishi. And when the cow saw, Kamadhenu saw that her master is killed, she produced celestial soldiers and destroyed the entire army of this Kartavira Arjuna. Vatsahridaha. But the minister was able to take away the calf with him. They could not take Kamadhenu, but they took the calf. Continue.
शुक्रोज्जीवित तातवाक्य चलित क्रोधोऽथ सख्या समम् बिभ्रद्यातमहोदरोपनिहितं चापं कुठारं शरन् आरूढः सह वाहयन्त्रकरथं माहिष्मतीमाविशन् वाग्भिर्वत्समुदाशुषी क्षितिपतौ सम्प्रास्तुता सङ्गरम्.
Tvam Shukro Jivita Tata Vakya Charita Krodaha. Then Shukracharya is from the Prabhu Parampara. He heard Janmatni was killed by the minister, so he came and revived him. with his Mrita Sanjeevani Vidya. Athatvam Shukro Jivita Tata Vakya Chalita Krotaha. And when the story was heard by you, that is Parashurama, he became angry and vibrat chapam kutaram sharan yata mahodaropa nihitam, carrying the bow and arrow, battle axe brought by Mahodara. So before going to battle, he invoked Bhagavan Shivji, and Bhagavan sent Mahodara with horses and a divine chariot with bow and arrow and the, battle axe and arrows and bow, etc. was brought by Mahodara and presented to him. Armed with that, Avishan Mahishmatim, and entering Mahishmati, capital of the Kartavira Arjuna, Sakhyasavam, along with your friend Akritavrana, Tambrastuda Sangaram, let's start the battle. Kshitipatau Adashushi, and the king did not give Vatsam Vakbihi. So Parashurama first sent his friend as a warning to avoid war. He said, you return the calf which belonged to the Rishi. But Kartavira Arjuna refused. But war was inevitable. Then what happened? Putranam ayutena.
पुत्राणामयुतेन सप्तदशभिः चाक्षौहिणीभिर्महा सेनानीभिरनेकमित्रनिवहैः व्याजृम्भिता योधनः सद्यस्त्वत्ककुठारबाणविदलन् निःशेषसैन्योत्करो भीतिप्रद्रुतनष्टशिष्टतनयः त्वामापतद्हेहयः.
Ehayaha ayutena putrana. That Kartavira Arjuna with his 10,000 sons, Saptadashabihi Achauhinibihi, an army of 17 Achauhinis, Mahasenanibihi, with great commanders, Cha Aneka Mitra Nivahaihi, and hordes of many other friends, Vyajrumpita Yodhanaha, having the battle spread over widely, Twat Kakutara Bana Vitalan Nishesha Sainyotkara Satyaha. But the entire army was destroyed by your arrows and battle axe within a short time. Apatat Tvam, confronted you. Piti Pradruta Nashta Shishta Tanayaha, along with his sons left over after those killed and those who ran away out of fear. So Kartavira Arjuna was caught along with the children. Some of them were killed, some of them ran away, some of them were with him, and they were caught. And then what happened?
लीलावारित नर्मदा जलवलल लंकेश गर्वापः श्रीमद्बाहु सहस्र मुक्त बहुशः त्रास्त्रं निरुन्धन्नमुं चक्रे त्वय्यथ वैष्णवेऽपि विफले बुद्ध्वा हरिं त्वां मुदा ध्यायन्तं चित सर्वदोषमवधीः सोगात् परन्ते पदम्
Atatvam avadhehi chidasarva dosham. Then you did kill by cutting off all his hands, removing all his sins. Amam dhyayantam tvam buddha, who was meditating on you with great joy. Buddha tvam harim, after knowing that you are Vishnu. Kartavirarjuna was very happy that Bhagavan himself has come to kill me. So Bhagavan cut off all his 1,000 hands except one pair. Okay. And Nirundan Leela Varita Narmada Jalavalal Lankesha Garvapaha Srimad Bahu Sahasra Mukta Bahu Shastrastram. Now here Bhattadri gives a taste of how powerful this Kartavirarjuna was. And he used to sport with Narmada Nadi. He used to, what do you call, Narmada Nadi, he used to stop with his 1,000 arms, like a dam he will make. And Nadi's flow was stopped, and all his wives used to swim as though it was a swimming pool. Narmada Nadi. And at that time, one time, it so happened that Ravana was traveling from Kailasa to Sri Lanka. At that time, it was Sandhya Vela. So he stopped there near the river Narmada. And he was doing Sandhya Vandana. At that time, there was no water in the river. But after the sport, everything is over. As Kartavirarjuna released his hands, naturally a flood of water gushed forth. And Ravana was sitting there and doing his Sandhyavandanam. He didn't know what happened. He was washed away in the water and somehow managed to come swimming across cave. And when he found that the culprit is Kartavirarjuna, he got so angry. Ravana is famous for that. So he fought with Kartavirarjuna. And that story is what is told here. When you did resist all the arrows and missiles sent by his 1,000 powerful arm, with which he had curbed the pride of Ravana by impounding the waters of Narmada and making him almost drown in them. Even so Ravana was caught, he was imprisoned, and then his father had to come and release him from Kartavirarjuna. That was the prowess of Kartavirarjuna. And such a person was sending with 1,000 arms, different arrows, different missiles. But Bhagavan Parashurama resisted all of them. And even the Vishnu Vaishnava Sudarshana Chakram, api, that was not effective against you. Vipale sadittui sa agate parampadam. So when Vaishnava Chakra also he used against Parashurama, when it was not effective on him, he saw that this is my Bhagavan. He has come, he understood. Saha agate parampadam. That Kartavira Arjuna attained your own abode. Then what happened?
भूयो मर्षित हेहयात्मजगणैः ताते हते रेणुकाम् आघ्नानां हृदयं निरीक्ष्य बहुशः घोरां प्रतिज्ञां वहन् ध्यानानीतरथायुधस्त्वमकृताः विप्रद्रुहः क्षत्रियान् दिक्चक्रेषु कुठारयन् विशिखयन् निक्षत्रियां मेदिनीम्.
Tate bhuyahate. Now what happened was, Kartavira Arjuna's sons who had run away from the battlefield became furious at their father's death. In your absence, they went to the hermitage and killed your father, sage Jamadagni, again. And struck by the grief of her husband's death, your mother Renuka cried violently, beating her breast 21 times and called out for you. Hearing her cry, you returned from the forest and saw what had happened. Utterly confounded by an outburst of agony, anger, indignation, and affliction, you made up your mind to destroy the Kshatriya race. As before, you brought forth the chariot and weapon by meditation. Ascending that chariot, you killed the Kshatriyas who had become enemies of Brahmanas, using your spear, battle axe, and arrows in all places. That is what is said here. Tato bhuyaha hate. When your father was again killed, amarshita hekayatmacha ganaihi, by the angry sons of the Hekaya king Kartavirya, Niriksha Renukam Aknanam Hudayam Bahushaha. On seeing Renuka, your mother, beating her breast many times and crying, Tum Vahan Khoram Praditnyam, you're taking a terrible oath. Dhyananita Rathayudaha, using the chariot and weapon acquired by meditation. Utarayan Vishikayan, fighting with battle axe and arrows. Kshatriyan Vipraduhaha, Dikchakreshu, the Kshatriyas, inimical to Brahmana and Sannyasis in all quarters. Akritaha Medinim Nikshitriya, did make the earth devoid of Kshatriyas who became a manic person, manic qualities. Continuing.
तातो जीवन कृन्नु पालक कुलम त्रिसप्त कृत्वो जयन् संतर्प्याथ समन्त पंचकमः रक्त हृदौघे पितॄन् यज्ञेक्ष्मामपि काश्यपादिषु दिशन् साल्वेन युध्यन् पुनः कृष्णो मुम्निह निश्यतीति शमितः युद्धात् कुमारैर्भवान्.
अथ भवान् तातो जीवनकृत. Parashurama was able to revive his father again. Having revived your father to life, Jayan Nrpalaka Kulam, having conquered the Kshatriya race, Trisapta Krutvaha, 21 times, Santarpya Pitran, and having performed the rites for the mains, Samanta Panchaka Maharakta Hrudoke, in the lake of blood called Samanta Panchakam, Ishan Shmam Api. Samanta Panchakam is near Kurukshetra. Ishan Shmam Api gave away all the lands won in battle, because all the Kshatriyas owned the land. When Kshatriyas were killed, the land automatically became his. And he gave all the land Yajne Kashyapadishu, in sacrifices to Kashyapa and other priests. Punaha Yudhyan Salvena Bhavan, again fighting with the Shalva king. You Shamitaha Yuddhat Kumarehi. So this particular story is not told in Bhagavatam. I don't know from where Bhattacharya got this story. There was a king Shalva. He was a friend of the Jarasandha and Shishupala. And Shishupala was killed. Shalva got really angry with Bhagavan. He came to fight with Bhagavan in Dwarka. Actually, at that time, Bhagavan was not there in Dwarka. But he was resisted by Pradyumna. But when Pradyumna was, he attacked him with the aerial car, it seems. That's how Bhagavatam gives a description, aerial car. In those days also they had the aerial car, you see. And it was equipped with all kinds of missiles and high tech. It was flying car. It was attacked, air attack it was. It was resisted by Pradyumna. And Pradyumna was about to be defeated by Shalva. At that time, Bhagavan Krishna came, fought with him and killed him. That is the story in Bhagavatam. But here, Bhattacharya gives, Parashurama also fought with Shalva Rishi. Shamitaha Yuddhat Kumarehi. But when Parashurama was about to kill him, this Sanat Kumaras came and prevented him from killing, saying that Lord Krishna will kill him in the next avatara. Kumarehi idi Krishnaha nihanishyati amam, saying that Krishna would kill him. Sanat Kumara appeared and advised you will incarnate with full power in Dwarka Yuga as Sri Krishna when you will kill Shalva. Hearing this, you withdrew from the battle. Continuing.
Nyasyastrani Mahendra Bhubhruti Tapaha Tanvan Punarmajjitam Gokarnavadhi Sagarena Dharanim Drishtvarthitastapasaihi Dhyate Shvasadhrutanalastrachakitam Sindhum Struvakshepanat Utsaryo Dhrutakera Bhrugupate Vatesha Samrakshamam.
Ye Vatesha Bhrugupate, Lord of Guruvayur, who incarnated the chief of the Kribhu clan, Tapaha Tanvan Mahendra Bhubriti, while performing penance on the Mahendra mountain, Nyasya Astrani, after abandoning all weapons, Dashtva Gokarnavati Dharanim, on seeing that the entire land up to Gokarnam, Majjitam Sagarena Punaha, had been engulfed by the sea, and having again arthitaha tapasaihi utsarya, and having been requested by the ascetics, you pushed back Sindhum Dwadeshwasa Dana Lastra Chakitam, the sea which was frightened by the fire missile procured by meditation. So it is a story how Parashurama created Kerala. When he saw the sea engulf the land from Kanyakumari to Gokarnam, grieved at this, hermits approached you to regain the land. As requested by them, you brought forth the fire missile by meditation and were about to release the same in order to dry up the sea. The Sea Lord was frightened at this, and as permitted by him, you threw your oblation ladle from Gokarnam, which fell at Kanyakumari. The sea vacated that place, and thus the land known at present as Kerala. Kerala is a reclaimed land. This story is also not given in Bhagavatam, but being Bhattadri is a Keralite, he could not resist telling the story of Kerala created by Bhagavan Parashurama. May you, Tvam Uddhrita Kerala, may you who did bring up the land of Kerala, Sarvatshebana Samrakshama, by throwing an oblation ladle, please protect me. With this Parashurama Avatara is also over. And after this comes the main beautiful story of Bhagavan Krishna. Krishnavatara is the following dasakas are all Krishnavatara. That Krishnavatara I'm not going to start today because if I start I will not be able to complete one dasaka also. So we will start after a break. I'm going to give a break now because of holidays. I'm also traveling. So we will see you in January next year, January 7th. By the time everybody will be back from their holidays. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you so much.